morning. We're working on the key to the study guide for our upcoming test in geometry. So it says that the measure of angle A is 65 degrees, and so you have to remember that this is not necessarily drawn to scale. So labeling the information, A is 65 and B is 45. And it's asking us for the longest side. So basically we have to find out the measure of this angle in order to determine which is the longest side, because the theorem states that the longest side is opposite the largest angle. So we can compare these angles if we know the measure of this. So thinking back to an earlier chapter, we know that the triangle sum theorem says that all three of the angles in a triangle are going to total 180 degrees. So here we have this triangle, and we know the measure of the two sides, or the two angles, are going to be 45 and 65. So 45 and 65 are 110. So 110 plus x equals 180. And x is equal to 110 minus 180. I'm sorry, 180 minus 110. Subtraction's not commutative. And so this is going to be 70 degrees. So we have figured out that this is 70 degrees. So since this angle is 70 degrees, not 75, this is still the largest angle. So the largest side has to be side AB. So AB is the largest side. Okay, in number 2, it says that the measure of angle B is a 90-degree angle. So we're going to draw a triangle here, and we're going to make this 90 degrees. Now, the thing to remember is that this angle and this angle, if this is a 90-degree angle, both have to be acute. That means smaller. Otherwise, the triangle wouldn't meet and it wouldn't form a triangle. So these two angles have to be smaller than 90. Therefore, this angle, or this is the smallest side. So A, B, C, and since 90 is going to be the biggest angle, the biggest side is going to be AC. Again, we know this because these two have to be acute. So we don't know their exact measure, but we do know that they have to be smaller than 90. So in number 3, again, I would draw a triangle, and so we have DEF. DF is 7, DE is 9, and EF is 11. So basically we have a triangle with 3 different sides, and since it says that DF is 7, I'm going to put the D and EF and E here, and now I'm going to put in my sides. DF is 7, DE is 9, and EF is 11. Now you can see my triangle is not really drawn to scale, but what I can see is that this angle should be the biggest because this is the longest side. So the one that's opposite across from the longest side is the biggest angle. So the biggest angle is angle D. Okay. In question number 4, it says we have a triangle, and it says that 2 of these triangles are equal in length. So since these 2 triangles are equal in length, the sides of these 2 triangles are equal in length, triangle JKL, so this will be JK and KL are equal in length. This angle is equal to this angle. And so this side may or may not be the same in length. We don't know. But what I do know is that this is 50 degrees. So if this is 50 degrees, this one must also be 50 degrees because these 2 sides are equal. Therefore, these 2 angles must be equal. So again, I know that 50 plus 50 plus x is equal to 180. And so x must be 100 degrees because I'm sorry, 80 degrees because 50 because 50 and 50 is 100, and 180 minus 100 is 50. So this measure must be 80, and so the largest angle is going to be angle K. Again, I'm going back to see what it's asking me because I have lots of information about this triangle with what they've given me. Number 5, two sides of a triangle are 15 and 11. The range of the length of the third side must be 15 plus 11 is the longest that it could be. And remember that third side has to be less than this third side. So we'll call this third side X. And so this is 6 and 26. So that third side must be smaller than 26. And it has to be bigger than 15 minus 11. So it has to be bigger than 4. So the third side has to be between 4 and 26. So again, you add and subtract to find that range. In number 6, 3 lengths that could be the side. So circle the following answers. So we do have to check all 3 of them. So remember what we do is 4 plus 3 is greater than 10. 3 plus 10 is greater than 4. And 10 plus 4 is greater than 3. So this one is a definite possibility. Okay, 6 plus 6 is greater than 9. 6 plus 9 is greater than 6. And 9 plus 6 is greater than 6. So this one too is a possibility. Okay, 7, 7, and 7. So 7 plus 7 is greater than 7. 7 plus 7 is greater than 7. And 7 plus 7 is greater than 7. So this one is a possibility. 4 plus 12 is greater than 8. 12 plus 8 is greater than 4. And 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. So this one is not a possibility because it would just be this side being 12, this side being 8, and this side being 4. So it wouldn't form a triangle. It would actually just form a straight line. So this one is not a possibility. Okay, number 7. Take the longest side of ABC. ABC. So if this is 48, then 180 minus 118 is 62. So using supplementary angles, this is 62 degrees. And now I can use all 3 to see what the other angle is. So 62 plus 48 is equal to the sum of these 2. And so I get 110. So 180 minus 110 is going to be 70. So the measure of angle B is 70 degrees. So since this is the largest angle, the longest side must be opposite that angle. So here we have this. Moving on to question number 8. We have triangle PIT. List the angles in order from smallest to largest. If PI is 11, IT is 14, and PT is 6. So we're going to be looking to draw a triangle, and so one of the sides is going to be the shortest. So I kind of drew my triangle to scale, but then again not so much. So this is going to be T, and I. So PT it says is 6, and IT it says is 14, and PI is 11. So you can see that ordering the angles from smallest to largest, I has to be the smallest, and I is smaller than this one, T, and the biggest one is going to have to be P. So I figured this out because this is the shortest side. The angle opposite that side is I. This is the middle side, and the angle opposite that is T. And this is the longest side, 14, and the angle opposite that is P. Okay, number 9. Place the angles in order from smallest to largest. So this angle is obtuse, so this is going to be the largest angle, angle B. This side is the shortest, so C is going to be the smallest angle, and the one that's left is angle A. And again, I knew that B was the biggest because this is an obtuse angle, so these two both have to be acute. And since I see the measure of this is smaller than the measure of this, then the one opposite that side has to be the smallest. Number 10, place the sides of triangle RST in order from longest to smallest. RS, ST, RT. So you have to really carefully read. This is asking for sides, not angles. So this is 53, this is 88. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to figure out the length of that third side. So 88 plus 53. And there's a couple of ways to do that. So 180 minus 88 minus 53 is 39. So angle R must be 39 degrees. Now it's easy for me to see that this is the smallest angle, so this must be the smallest side. Again, they said longest to smallest, so ST is going to be the last one, the smallest. And 53 is next, so this one's going to be in the middle, SR, and the longest side is TR. Now, you could just look at this picture, but it's not really drawn to scale. So, as in all the triangles for this test, so you need to make sure that you're able to see the angle measures. Okay, we're going to stop this section of the video, and the others will be